All right, let's just jump right in, because I know what you're probably thinking. The $500,000 path to financial immortality. That sounds, I don't know, a little bit out there, right? Financial immortality? But seriously, stick with me here. We're about to unpack an idea that might just flip everything you thought you knew about retirement on its head. So let me ask you something, and be honest. When the word retirement comes up, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it a really, really big number? A number that's maybe a little intimidating? Yeah, for most of us, that's exactly what it is. And you know what? That's not your fault. It's because we've all been fed the exact same story our whole lives. You see it everywhere, right? The so-called financial gurus, all the articles, those online calculators, they're all singing the same tune. You need an absolute mountain of cash if you ever want to stop working. Yeah, a number like $5 million. I mean, when you see a number that big, it doesn't even feel like a goal anymore, does it? It feels more like a giant brick wall, something that's just completely, totally out of reach for most normal people. Okay, but here's where we're going to hit the brakes and take a hard left turn. Let's just challenge that whole idea for a second. What if that entire premise, the whole you need millions thing, is just wrong? What if the real number you need is way, way smaller? What if the number was this, $500,000? Now, look, don't get me wrong. That is still a lot of money. Nobody's saying it's easy to save up. But when you put it next to 5 million, it's like they're not even in the same sport. It feels possible, doesn't it? Achievable. Which, of course, brings us to the big question, the one I'm sure you're asking right now. Okay, how? How in the world does $500,000 do the job of several million? Well, the answer isn't about saving more. It's about a complete shift in how you think about your money. See, the way we're usually taught is all about building up this giant pile of cash, and then once you retire, you just start chipping away at it piece by piece, hoping it doesn't run out before you do. It's an accumulation and depletion game. This is totally different. We're not focused on the size of the pile. We're focused on turning that pile into an engine. So let's pop the hood and look at how this engine actually works. The math here is, you're going to love this. It's actually really simple, but simple doesn't mean it's not crazy powerful. Okay, so here's how it breaks down. Step 1, you start with your principal amount, that $500,000. Step 2, you invest it with a goal of getting an average annual return of 8.5%. Now, is that a guarantee? Of course not, but it's a realistic target based on historical averages from things like dividend stocks or maybe real estate. And if you can hit that target, well, the math is easy. 500 grand times 8.5%, that gets you $42,500. And this is the beautiful part. That $42,500, that's just the earnings. That's the fruit from the tree. It's like a paycheck your money sends you. And your original $500,000, the principal, it's still sitting right there, safe and sound, completely untouched, ready to work its magic all over again next year, and the year after that. So this whole idea, this powerful concept, it actually has a name, and it's a name that perfectly sums up what we're trying to do. It's called financial immortality. And what that means is, you reach a state where your investments are generating enough cash to cover your life forever. You're just living off the interest, the earnings. And because you never touch the original money, that capital can just keep on producing, well, forever. In a very real way, your principal becomes immortal. This chart really says it all, doesn't it? Think about it. In the old model, you're pulling money out of your main account every single year, watching it shrink. In this model, the amount you withdraw from your principal is zero. A big fat zero. You only touch the income. That's it. That's the whole game changer. Right there. All right, so what does this actually mean for you, for your planning? It means you can basically take that old dusty retirement playbook and toss it right out the window. It's time for a completely new blueprint. Let's just put them side by side so you can really see the difference. The old goal was all about defense. You scrape together this giant nest egg and then you spend the next 30 years praying you don't outlive your money. The new goal is all offense. You build an asset, a money machine that pays you forever. See the shift? We're going from draining an account to generating income. So, if you're going to take away just a few things from all this, let it be these. First, that scary multi-million-dollar number, it is not the only way. Second, change your mindset. Don't just think about saving, think about building things that generate income. And third, and this is the big one, the goal is to live off the interest, not the original cash. The the returns, not the principal. And I want to leave you with this final thought. Forget about the word retirement for just a minute. Just imagine, what if you had this system working for you right now, an extra $42,500 coming in every single year, forever? What would you do with that kind of freedom? What would change for you? That's something to think about.